provided indicating the time, the place, the meeting, the proposed agenda, which notice was posted, made available to newspapers, and filed with the clerk of the town of Clinton in accordance with Section 3D of Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975. Additionally, video conferencing is a great tool for times like this, but it is also imperfect, so if glitches pop up, please be patient. We will be trying to cover a lot of ground today, so we will address all questions after the governing body has shared our full update. Both the Facebook Live event and the Zoom video meeting is being recorded and will be part of the public record. We will be accepting written questions. For the public record, you will need to state your name and address in order for us to recognize and respond to your question. We will also attempt to take questions through the Zoom video meeting, but if we encounter problems, please submit your questions through the chat function. We'll try to get to as many questions as possible. If we miss you or have something that is more private in nature, please send me a note at jkovach@clintonnj.gov or call me at 908-399-8921. The 6 foot distancing. So with that, that's all been done. Just an update from our mayor's call last night or yesterday morning, whatever time it was, I can't even remember anymore. But the Hunterdon County Library System will be beginning curbside pickup. There's supposed to be an email going out, if it's not gone out yet, that will give us residents the opportunity to rent books and then drive up to the library and they will be delivered to the car. There are 9 confirmed cases in Hunterdon County. As of yesterday, there were 742 confirmed state cases with 9 deaths. My understanding is the freeholders are continuing to move forward with the electronics waste drop-off on Saturday. So for individuals that are interested, then you have the ability to drop off your waste.
Hey,
And
Mayor?
Yeah.
Real quick, just advice to everyone, if you're not talking, please mute your side. Thank you.
Mike is playing host to our meeting. And then OEM is, countywide OEM is working with all of the school districts to review long-term plan closures to make sure that everything is prepared for all the students. And then the final, which everyone should have seen the press release, or at least the article, the governor signed a package of bills yesterday that allowed for some telehealth, allows for some additional health care. What did not get through is the legislation, Assembly Bill A3844. Apparently it was also pulled from the Assembly, and this is the sorry, I can't talk today. The business interruption legislation that was being floated to cover businesses that are experiencing interruption or loss because of the pandemic. Apparently the pandemic is not covered. There is according to the insurance companies, a separate insurance for pandemic. But what we need to do is make sure that we are pushing on anyone and everyone and putting out the information, and Maren is putting together an article, if it's not out already, that will be in front of the paywall so that we get people talking about it and we get our legislators and the governor to understand that this is an important piece of legislation. I did text the governor yesterday and let him know that our businesses are concerned about that. So that is all I have in the way of updates. We'll go around starting Megan. She's got to unmute.
Sorry, I don't have anything, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Lisa?
I don't have anything to report either.
Okay. Riley?
Just a continuation from yesterday. My wingman over here, Mike, and I are working hard on ways to help the business community. We continue to push out different ideas and keep as much updated as possible about what's being done, including bills that are passing or not passing. Mike, I'll leave it to you to talk about the Small Business Administration's website. But the one thing I did want to mention is we are going to push out some information about our app called, well, it's not our app, but the app that we encourage all the businesses to use, which is called Districts. And we would encourage every single business in the community to sign up for this app. Put your business on it, please. We've asked you several times at this point. I think it's incredibly important. We're trying to help, and this is one way we can do that. So again, I'm going to turn it over to Mike to talk a little bit more about that in detail, but I want to, as a second person to that issue, just really encourage every business in the community. I know you're all busy, you're all stressed. This is a very hard time, but this is one way we can help you if we do get a shelter-in-place order, or if we do get a requirement that all businesses shut down or anything like that. You can still operate online. One way we can help you get your information out. So I'm assuming Mike is next, so I'll just turn it over to him.
Okay. Hi.
Mike.
Yeah, I'm gonna share the screen for Districts. Can we see it? Is it up?
Yep, it's up.
Okay. This is the screen for Districts. So so far we have 15 merchants that are on it. The thing is that we feel that eventually we're going to have either further restrictions regarding people going out and doing commerce. So there's been a lot of talk about encouraging people to do gift certificates, gift cards, things of that nature. And the best way of promoting that is by people going onto the site and actually offering it as a promotion. It could be a central site that we can market for people. So Riley and I have been talking, and we're going to put out a message via Facebook and Nextdoor, talking about Districts, encouraging the gift certificates and gift cards, and just the idea that this is a great way to make sure that you've got access to commerce for these organizations, in the coming months. There is also, oh, sorry, I got to admit somebody here. I'm not going to, let me end the share here. And how come I can't? You have to give me a second here because I can't get out of the share. Oh, well.
Technology at its finest.
Yeah, technology at its finest. So the Small Business Administration is an awesome site. Last night I took all the information from the Hunter County Chamber, put it up on our help business page on COVID, our COVID page. And but it is a terrific place for people to pretty much access almost everything. So they can, businesses, even individuals who are working, there's a ton of information there that's helpful. So Riley and I have also talked about making sure that these pages are also accessed in other areas of the website. But we should also look at how often we want to get some of this information out. Do we want to do another posting maybe midday today, just to make sure that businesses and residents know where to go, know where to get information that's not necessarily just about personal health hygiene?
Yep, no, I think that's a great idea. Putting out as much information as possible will help. One, it gives everyone something new to look at aside from whatever has been coming up, but just a reminder. I think that's a great opportunity.
The last thing is that I want to bring up is starting next week, I think that people are going to start going through other health issues, mental health issues. Once the fear breaks down, there's going to be other stuff that they're going to deal with. And I want people to start thinking now about how we could start collecting resources to help people through that, messaging to help people keep their spirits up, and in our own way reduce the chance of depression and other forms of mental effects.
I know that some of the local healthcare workers who deal within have been putting out either through Facebook or through YouTube some tips and things for people to try. But we should definitely look to see what it is and start sharing that as well.
Yeah, Mike and I were talking about doing a couple of things. One, putting out a resource list for anyone who may be food insecure of where to go. I know we've had some trouble reaching some of the food banks just because they're short-staffed and people are working from home and things like that. But at least putting out a resource list of how to reach those people should you be in trouble.
Right.
But then also, I think we could do a similar sort of resource list for if you are experiencing any sort of mental health crisis or issues of that nature, where do you go? How do you ask for help? And in addition to, Mike, what you were talking about, which is some of the, or Janice, what you were talking about, which is some of the posts that we've been seeing from mental health providers and things of that nature.
Forgive me if I missed this. We have a list, and I didn't see it, but do we have a list of fitness providers that are providing online streaming that are fairly local? I know I've been doing Planet Fitness online streaming with my kids just to give them some activity. I know it's good to have physical activity, to stave off anxiety, depression, things like that. There may be some fairly local yoga studios that might be doing something similar with online streaming, but just I guess this is really a call to anybody in the community who's doing something like that. Maybe we can share that information as well.
Agreed. Anyone else have any updates?
Mayor, I have a few. Can you hear me? Okay.
I can hear you. Hey, Tara.
I have a few updates on the bills that were passed yesterday. One that I think is the most useful to Clinton and other municipalities is the one about electronic meetings. The legislature confirmed you can hold your meetings via electronic means, confirmed that public comments can also be made during those via those electronic means, i.e. that you don't have to allow for in-person public comment, and also allows you to forego newspaper publication for your meetings and only post notice of your meetings electronically if those meetings are going to be related to having the government continually functioning or a response to the emergency. So that's great for you guys, because Seal informed me yesterday that the Hunterdon Review is actually shutting down for the next 2 weeks. So they won't be printing. So this helps Clinton a lot. Additionally, the legislature confirmed via a bill that Oprah requests can be delayed during a time of emergency. So I'll send over to Seal a revised form Oprah response. And just so members of the public know, and you might want to put this up on your website, all municipal courts are closed. Family settlement conferences with the court have been postponed, and the deadline to file property tax appeals will be, for Clinton, it's May 1st because you're a revaluation district, but it's going to be put off to 30 days after the state of emergency is rescinded. So
Okay.
I think that might be information to get out to your residents.
Yeah. We'll just leave it as, put it on the list as things that we need to make sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll send CL a copy of the order about the property tax appeals.
Okay, perfect. All right. Anyone else have any other updates?
Sherry just joined.
Hey, Sherry. Do you have any updates, Sherry?
No, not at the moment. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I can't do that here.
Sorry. My iPad decided to talk
Siri.
to me. Are there any questions from the public? Mike, I see there's one chat.
I only see the lost sound from Megan. That's it. Are there any
Okay.
questions? Anyone want to type in any questions? We'll give you a moment.
Rich, do you have any updates? Okay. No one?
No, I sent out a note to everyone regarding Zoom, what we're using, so you can use it for communications. And if you want to start thinking about setting up meetings for April, You can use Zoom for that. Everything's in the email.
Okay, perfect. And it all worked. It's from Sherry. Seal says hi, Sherry. All right, other than that, we will meet again on Monday morning at 10 a.m. Any questions, as always, please feel free to reach out. There is staff in the office. We're not open to the public, but there will be staff, and we'll be working with staggered staff in the office. So reach out if you have questions to any one of us on council or to the office, and we'll keep you updated as we hear more and more information. Thank you, everyone. Meeting's adjourned.
Thank you.
Thanks.